the basic disassembly of the VR4 head mount. The tools you will need are a pair of needle nose pliers, a 3/32 ball head Allen driver, and a Phillips screwdriver to fit 256 size screws. The first step in the shell on a VR4 is to remove the IPD knobs. You turn them counterclockwise against each other. And after enough turns, they'll come off. Then you turn your unit over, and there are 5 screws on the bottom, 256 Phillips head screws. And inside the unit, there are 3 nut plates. These 2 on the front of the unit are held in by adhesive. This one in the middle, however, is not, and you want to try to catch it as you unscrew the screw. If you don't catch it, don't worry about it. It'll fall inside the shell, like that one did, and it's no problem to fish it out of the shell after it's done, after you get the shell completely off. Those 5 screws are removed. You then move to the 2 captive screws inside the head mount. And those are up in the corner. There they are. You see my ball head moving around in there. Put the ball head in the screw. Loosen them up. They won't come completely out. You don't want them to come completely out. Just need to loosen them enough so that they come out of the block in the top of the shell. After you have them loose, you can go ahead and grip your shell and just slide it off. And then there's that little mounting plate, or nut plate. Then you can see here that we have inside the unit, we have on either side the sideboard. Then we have the driver boards in there connect on the back side of the display. To remove one of these sideboards, there's just 1 nut and 1 screw. The nut is right there, and the screw is right around on the other side. You put the screwdriver on the screw, use the needle nose pliers to grip the nut with so it doesn't rotate as you turn in the screw. And got him loose. So we don't lose the screw. I lost it anyway. The next step after that, that'll get your board free to move like that. You want to disconnect the connectors. Now these little 3-pin and the 8-pin, they're easy to tell which one goes where. So you want to take and make sure that the J4 and J5 connectors are going to go back to the same connectors when you reassemble. J4 is the one on top here, J5 is the one on bottom. And they are labeled also, as well as J4, it says J4 to J3. That tells you what connector to hook it up to down here. It is possible to get these connectors mixed up, since they are both 6-pin connectors. So when you reassemble, you want to make darn sure that they're in the right place, because if they're mixed around, it will blow the chip on the driver board. So I always double and triple check to make sure when I am reassembling that I've got them in the right place before I turn the power on. Then to remove the eye the rest of the way from the unit, you need to get yourself a screwdriver that is for 080 size. I use a 00 screwdriver, and remove the 2 screws that go into the Mu metal box here. Pull that down out of the way. And you want to borrow your knob again, screw it back onto one of the sides, it doesn't matter which side. Roll the eyes all the way out to the outside, and that will give you access to the inside screw here through this hole. Can't see it very well in the video, but down inside that hole there is a Phillips head 256 screw. Loosen that screw up. You don't need to pull it out of the hole, but you want to make sure it's free of any thread. And do the same with the other 2 screws. Got the other screw here, you can see there, it's loose now, and another screw in the back here. When those 3 screws are loose, wiggle the display out and feed everything out through the front. And there you have it, fully disassembled.